What's up, guys? So, another wonderful Monday in Michigan here. I wanted to kind of cover some graphic card issues. A lot of magazines basically say that 4 gig of video memory on your graphics card is going to be just great, fine, wonderful for anything you might need to do. Well, what I have discovered, if you're doing it for cryptocurrency mining, which a lot of people that are buying higher-end graphics cards are doing, by 2019 or 2020, that's when they expect the bit chain to basically be at a level where 4 gig of video RAM is not going to be enough memory on your graphics card to process or mine the currency. So don't let any of these reviews, these manufacturers, salespeople, don't let them push you into getting a lesser card. And by lesser, I mean instead of an 8 gig or 12 gig or 16 gig graphics card, pushing you into a 3 gig, 4 gig, something like that size, because you're going to regret it. Basically, it's 2018 pretty soon here, so it's going to give you maybe a year tops before you're left kind of looking for a new graphics card again. So definitely spend that extra. Sometimes it's as little as $20. Yeah, sometimes it can be $50 or $100 or even $130 difference, but to jump that extra bit of memory, definitely well worth it. So, wanted to cover that. Also, another big misconception, memory in your system, 16 gig, or some systems actually just come with 8 gig even, which is just ludicrously low. That's, in this day and age, 8 gig of RAM is nothing. That's a sneeze in the bucket. You open a few browser windows, open Word, Access, Excel, something like that, and you're already over 8 gig, 10 gig, 16 gig even. So 16 gig would be the absolute bare minimum I would recommend. 32 gig, that's decent. You're doing pretty good if you got 32 gig. Now, this is where the backlash comes, and this is the point I wanted to make. 64 gigs of RAM. Everybody's telling me, oh, you don't need that much memory, or 128 gigs of RAM, you don't need that much memory. Well, I'm going to show you some print screens. I'll try to add them in on this video that basically show if you're running Windows 10, it can actually auto-balance memory that is not being used, and that's including the extra buffer that Windows includes for your memory, or takes for your memory, to use when it goes a little bit higher than what is needed. I noticed that even though my graphics card is 8 gig, it is taking part of the 64 gig of RAM that I have in the system, and it's using upwards of 24 to 32 gig of my system RAM towards video RAM. So that really helps speed things up. And a practical example is, I was editing a video the other day on my older system, which was a Core i7 with 32 gigs of RAM and a 2 gig NVIDIA graphics card. And the video took around 22-23 minutes to compress, encode, and turn it out as a usable, uploadable YouTube video. Now, I took that same file, the raw footage, and in the same program, ran it on my new system that's got the 8 gig graphics card and the 64 gig of RAM, also with the Core i7. And it did it in an astonishing 2 minutes and 16 seconds. Now, just Ponder that for a minute. 22, 23 minutes versus 2 minutes and 16 seconds. That is absolutely amazing. So don't let salespeople push you into lower specs, especially this time of year. You've got just so many retailers that are trying to push year-end, outdated, end-of-year, end-of-model junk on unsuspecting customers or customers that just trust what the salesperson says, and they're pushing them into systems with as little, I've seen as little as 4 gig of system memory. That's just a joke. You should be looking at graphics cards starting with 4 gigs of memory, not system memory starting at 4 gigs. So pick something with at least 32 gigs of RAM, or okay, at least 16 will be kind of in the middle there. At least 16 gigs of system RAM, at least a 4 gig graphics card. If you're going to be doing something a little more intensive, I would say 32 gig and look for an 8 gig graphics card, or some of the NVIDIA cards that are running 11.9 gig, 12 gig of system memory, or not system memory, video card memory, sorry. Got a little tongue-tied there. And then if you do have the money, hey, splurge a little bit. It is that time of year, and get yourself a system with 64 or 128 gigs of RAM, and grab that 8 gig or that 12 gig graphics card. Yes, they do have 16 and even 32 gig cards, but those are really more program specific. If you're doing Maya 3D Studio or Lightwave or AutoCAD or CATIA, then yeah, you might benefit from one of those cards that are oriented towards that. But if you're just basically doing gaming, maybe some cryptocurrency mining, video editing, and you want a nice, smooth, fast running system, 32 to 64 gigs of system RAM, 8 gig to 12 gig graphics card, and you are going to be so pleased, and it's going to last you, well, you know, like I said, it's end of 2017, so 2018. It's going to last you 2 to 4 years minimum before you even start noticing any type of significant slowdowns. And this is after reviewing Intel's roadmap as well as AMD's Ryzen CPU roadmap. They're not really coming out with anything super ground shattering as far as that much difference if you buy a new system now that's of that caliber that I just mentioned. So that's what I wanted to cover in this little brief video, why I have this wonderful 3-hour drive in this awesome Michigan weather. So I hope you guys have learned a little bit of something there, maybe kicked in some second thoughts about some purchases you might be making, because it is 20 or so days before Christmas. So I want to get this to you so that you have time to think about it, process it, and maybe do some research and get a really good buy. So if you have questions, comments, throw them up in the discussion board. And until next video, we'll see you then.